Over time, discussions about women in golf have taken center stage, with attention on their effortless swings and elegant look in women's golf outfits. And if you're a fan of the gentleman's game, then you must have heard about the American golfer Paige Spiranac. The American social media personality has more Instagram followers than even the greatest of all time, Tiger Woods, currently 3.8 million people, with over 300,000 plus subscribers on her YouTube channel, where she shares golf tips and advice. Paige is quite the celebrity and has made the headlines on and off the golf course. However, from being bullied as a kid to being body shamed as an adult, Paige's journey to stardom has been far from easy. Time to find out more about Maxim's hottest woman. Popularly referred to as the most beautiful and hottest American golfer, while some refer to her as the embodiment of Aphrodite in the golfing world, most see her as the prettiest woman in the golfing world. Paige Renee Spiranac was born on March 26, 1993 in Wheat Ridge, Colorado, to Dan and Annette Spiranac, of Croatian descent. Paige grew up in an athletic household as her dad, Dan, played college football for the University of Pittsburgh, while her mom, Annette, was a professional ballerina. Paige also has an elder sister, Lexi, who competed on Stanford's track team after receiving a college athletic scholarship. But growing up, the golfing sensation wasn't a regular student. In her formative years, her parents noticed she had an anxiety disorder and exhibited certain symptoms like panic, fear, and not being able to stay calm. So to help her mental health, they decided it was best to have her homeschooled from 4th grade. Although it wasn't easy for her because she didn't get to mix with kids her age, it all turned out for the best. But when things began to take shape, and she eventually returned to school like other kids, Paige encountered a phase that would stick with her until adulthood. Spiranac had a rare scalp condition that made her hair fall out, and as such, her classmates would viciously bully her. The girls were very cruel. They would spit in my drink, said Paige in an interview with Maxim. Kids bullied me for the hair condition, which wasn't my fault. I became timid, and the other kids would move away whenever I came close. One can only imagine what she had to go through as a kid. But when she thought all hopes were lost, something shocking happened. Spiranac had enough of the bullying and felt it was high time she took on something different that would perhaps take her mind off the emotional stress and trauma she suffered from her classmates. I got into gymnastics, which is very competitive, Paige recalled. At the time, her mom Annette was a pro ballerina, so Paige didn't find it difficult getting into the sport. Ever since she began to practice, Paige found the sport somewhat interesting and was determined to represent the United States in the Olympics. With her determination and zeal to do the almost impossible, Spiranac trained almost every day and sometimes up to 7 hours straight. But was gymnastics much of a hideout in the long run? When Paige was invited to Caroli Ranch Gymnastics training facility, she was all excited, thinking she was on the right track to competing in the Olympics in the future. But little did she know that what would happen would question her entire decision. Paige met some mean girls in the facility, and most of them excluded her from their activities. The gymnastics community was toxic. I saw myself doing things to please them, she recalled. But while she kept her hopes high and practiced with intention of going pro like her mom, Paige suffered a fractured kneecap at 12, which the doctor referred to as 1 in a million. Recalling how she had the injury, she said, "I was doing a vault shortly before I jumped backward. As I was about to take off, the muscle just pulled the bone off my kneecap." She went in for surgery and began her recovery process. At this point, Paige felt like her world came crashing down until something intriguing happened. Paige just couldn't let the surgery get in the way of fulfilling her dreams of being a superstar athlete. And since she came from a family of athletes, she picked an interest in a totally different sport. Her dad took her to the driving range, where she hit the first ball. And the rest, as they say, is history. Paige took a liking to the gentleman's game and described it as the only sport where only you can determine your victory. She compared it to gymnastics, where the only way you can get on the podium is to have the judges think you're pretty good enough. Golf is all about integrity, and it's much different from other sports where you can beat everyone. I liked the fact that I am accountable for the outcome of my game. I'm competitive, but not overly competitive, said Spiranac. Paige's decision to pitch her tent in golf turned out to be a great decision, and we have her naughty kneecap to thank for it. The social media personality and golf instructor recorded a win in 7 tournaments in the early days of her golf career, which included the CWGA Junior Stroke Play in 2010. In no time, she was ranked in the top 20 junior golfers around the globe. The golfer who recorded multiple collegiate wins was also a 2-time West Region Player of the Year. Along with finishing among the 10 best of the Mountain West Championship in the 2013 to 2014 junior season, the season resulted in her second-team All-Mountain West honors. On top of that, she was invited to December's Omega December Ladies Classic due to her social media explosion. Although she missed the win in the tournament, which was for the Ladies European Tour, she gained sponsors and endorsement deals instead. After that, she made her debut on the Cactus Tour at the Los Colinas Club and tied for 14th position in the final round. In 2016, Paige competed in her first LPGA qualifying tour but failed to earn a card on the pro circuit. She then realized it was time to focus more on the media. Paige has proven to be skilled in the art of content creation on social media that somehow grabs the mainstream media's attention. But it turned out that that wasn't the only attention she grabbed. Apparently, a young guy had approached Paige for a selfie, to which she agreed. A few weeks later, he sent her a DM with a photo of both of them, asking for a date. He somehow stood out from the tons of messages she gets daily, and the duo went out on a date. A single date led to her engagement in Dubai in 2016, and in 2018, Paige wedded Steve Tinico, a former baseball player and fitness trainer. However, in March 2022, the social media influencer shocked her fans in an Instagram Q&A session when she said she was no longer wedded to the ex-baseball player. "I was married, but not anymore," Spiranac said. "Just kind of getting a fresh start, and I'm excited about it." Paige is also one of the most influential golfers on social media. However, most people don't know just how influential her social media is in comparison to the big names in golf. The golf coach has over 3.7 million followers on Instagram, over 315,000 subscribers on YouTube, 3.8 million followers on Facebook, and more than 750,000 followers on Twitter. By the number of followers alone, this is extremely impressive. After all, Tiger Woods has just over 3.1 million followers on his official Instagram account. So Paige really flaws the GOAT when it comes to social media. But that's not the crazy part. Top golfers like Woods earn as much as $11,000 per post. But Paige, on the other hand, earns over $14,000. All hail the GOAT of social media for golfers, past and present. Paige has a net worth of $3 million by being a brand ambassador of 18 Birdies, Cyber Smile, Phillips Stein Watches, and Mizzen in Maine. So while haters keep hating, Paige Spiranac laughs all the way to the bank. Let us know in the comments below what you make of the golf trainer and social media sensation.